driving for 17 miles, and already it's some of the best fun I've ever had. In front of me lies Morgan, otherwise known as Gaza on the radio, in the modified 106. Behind me is the Law, Trev, in his Renault convertible, and then behind that is Bob, Dan in the van. And then bringing up the rear, in the Celica, is Toy Boy, otherwise known as Matt.
So this is my 2002 Toyota Celica Mark 7 T-Sport. You've all seen it before on the channel by now, and you saw just how much work it's been to get it to this condition right now. And just for reference, it went through its MOT yesterday. So the end of the first video, where you finally saw it running, that was yesterday. So we're cutting it a bit close for this trip, to be honest.
So, what are my first impressions of the NX? NX 100. I absolutely 100% love this car. I'm not really sure what they were trying to do when they made it. I don't really understand what kind of hole in the marketplace they were trying to fill. It's very soft. That's they're doing a little bit. Yeah, it's all over the shop. Get rid of my cool dice. It's quite comfortable. There are some downsides. At the moment, I have absolutely no music coming through on my system because, well, the radio works, but I need an aux cable, which I don't have. There is a repeated squeak from the back end. I sprayed grease all over all the linkages, and it's quieting down a lot. It's still not right, and that's going to get very annoying very quickly. There is definitely some steering shake, especially as you approach 70. It becomes aggressive, but it's actually, when you get up to past 70, it gets very bad, which is very good, because that just tells you not to speed. You can't do it. You're just sitting there going, ugh, ugh. So, very clever car. Well, everything else seems to work, I think, so far. There's a couple of holes in the seats, but it does seem to be a car that's been genuinely looked after and cared for.
So, we pulled up onto the forecourt to brim our tanks for the long journey west. And then our usual entertainment began. And with that out of the way, we hit the road hard. But just what did me and Matt think about everybody else's choices and taste in cheap cars?
So what do I think about the other cars in this challenge? Matt Celica. Honestly, it's one of the more modern cars that I really, really like the look of. It's a pretty car. But he has spent an awful amount of time and effort bringing it up to standard to do this challenge. Such a massive amount of time and effort that he's had to buy a second car to be a donor car to fix the first car. Apart from that, they're quite cool. They're basically a front-wheel drive MR2 in very layman's terms.
So, the 100NX. Well, I've got to be honest, I really love that. It's just the right level of quirky Japanese car for me, and well, that's part of the reason I found it for Lawrie, is that I saw it and thought, oh, I kind of like that. It's very much the Mazda 323, but worse. And from the front end, it's got loves only a mother or myself could love, I guess.
Totman has bought the wrong car, by which I mean he's bought a van. It's underpowered. It's not very fast. He has got copious amounts of room in the back, and so he'll be able to sleep in his van quite happily. And he can transport all of the stuff and has very many tools with him. And actually, I think he says he's had it for quite some time and he's been driving around in it. I think he's absolutely loving driving about in the van. I think he's really enjoying the experience, but it's not the vehicle I'd want to be doing this in.
Totman's van, I'll be honest, I really like it. Like, it's not a car you'd immediately think road trip, but it's literally got all of our support equipment in it. It can haul everything there. It's quite comfortable, and actually the view out the front is really nice. I mean, it's going to handle like a pig on the Welsh roads, but it's a van, and we're not here to race around Wales at the end of the day. We're here to enjoy the drive, and with a view out the front, it could be quite a nice trip. So onto the 106. Now, I was quite ambitious with this car, admittedly, but I think Morgan's actually taken the biggest risk of all of us. Having an engine swap in it, which isn't even a straight swap, you actually have to do things to the car to make it work. It's a lovely car, and I kind of love the like max power era vibe of it, but I don't know. There's something about that car which just makes me think, oh, is it gonna make it? But that said, he has got new tyres all around on it, Michelin Pilot Sports, and everyone else is on shoddy tyres. So I think he's genuinely going to have the most fun out of everyone on these roads. I really do. I think he's kind of beat us all on that one.
Morgan tells me from going out and about that it grips and holds the ground very well. So we'll see. But I think he's got a brilliant car. I love my 106, and that one is a lot stiffer, got a lot more power, and frankly, it looks cooler. So he's done well. I think he might enjoy this trip the most, having that on these roads. And then Trev in his Renault Megane convertible. I actually think it's quite hideous. It's not a car for me. But for this trip, for enjoying these roads, being able to put the roof fully down, oh, he's made a wise choice. A convertible, yes. That one, no, it's not for me. And turns out it's actually quite thirsty as well, because it's quite a big and heavy car. But it's okay. I'm fully on board for the convertible, and he's going to enjoy it. It's going to be just a wonderful experience. We've left the main road, and now we're travelling down these absolutely amazing back roads, and it's just nice. All obeying the speed limit, doing 55 at the moment, so we're not even really pushing that hard at all. And it's just really nice having a drive with some of your friends, just enjoying a pretty empty road and being able to trundle around, and it's just, you know what, it's fantastic. We're still all in convoy, all 5 of us. Matt's in front leading because he's taking control, and it's absolutely phenomenal. We just slowed down now to go into a village, and it was lovely bit of road just to drive with your mates. So, Taskmaster!
That's me!
Are you guys ready?
No.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, in first place with the 106 is Morgan. But he's got
Aren't you supposed to do this from last to first?
No. Yeah, we were meant to build up so we know. But oh, look at his face.
You can't let him be that smug. He didn't even want to do this challenge. I think we should dock him points. He didn't want to do this.
Yeah, for negative teamwork.
Yeah.
Who came second? Let's have a look here. Lawrie. Yes! Mighty Nissan.
I don't want him to win either. So.
And in third place is Totman with his van.
Yes! Even though I should have come first, really.
The van.
The diesel, yeah.
Yeah. The van's third. Yeah.
It was a brick doing 70 on the motorway.
So it's
I was cutting wind for everyone.
So it's either that or that's worse. My money's on the Celica's the worst. Well, in fourth place is myself, Trev, with my Megane. And in last place is Matt,
Unsurprisingly.
with his Toyota Celica.
190 horsepower, and I did have the AC on the way up here.
How much fuel did he use compared to him? So Morgan used 16.25 litres of petrol.
Yeah.
Right. And Matt used 23.99 litres of fuel. Quite a bit more.
I didn't use 24 litres though.
No, I used a litre more than you. And you guys,
Yeah.
that doesn't matter so much.
AC is expensive.
Yeah, and it robbed you power. So the only other thing we did is we've all done exactly the same distance. We all started from the same place at the fuel station in Bury St Edmunds. And we've all driven exactly the same distance to get to here. So what's everybody's trip counter think it's done? So we'll just go through this as it's written on the sheet. So Laurie's trip counter was 194.4 miles. Matt's is 189.6.
Right.
Morgan's is 198.4.
Totman's is 203.4, and mine is the highest at 209.9.
That's quite a wide
I
range.
think we have properly calibrated speedos right there.
What's the actual distance? Let's find out. We'll do a quick cut here.
Yeah. Just talk amongst yourselves, guys at home.
Ready? Yeah. It is 166 miles back to Bury St Edmunds and Tesco's. So all of us are very wildly
Mine's
overestimating.
like 40 miles out.
Wow, that's...
So I've done 246,000 miles on my taco, but that's probably more like 300,000 miles.
No, you've got...
No, that's less. You probably only got like 180,000.
Yeah.
Your thing's a spring chicken, it's only done like 10 miles.
After stopping for a drink at the absolutely lovely Sun Inn near Welshpool, we made our ways into Wales proper. And what a drive it was. The roads were magnificent. The scenery too. The skies clear. Very uncharacteristically for Wales, it wasn't raining. The roads were pretty deserted, and that gave us lots of opportunity to enjoy ourselves. There was no need to speed. The roads were just fun. Twisting, climbing, dropping, all accompanied by absolutely stunning views. It was just an absolute pleasure to drive along. And we were all asking, why have we not done this before? And the deeper we pushed into Wales, the more the hills grew, until we were pretty sure we were looking at mountains. Yes, this was the heart of Wales. This was Wales proper. And in those mountains, we knew there would be some stunning driving roads. We were quite excited by the concept of what was going on, and just the sheer beauty of this country. Now, the nice weather and the stunning views had all rather distracted us though, as we began to notice that the sun was now starting to sink lower and lower in the sky. It was time to thunder towards Anglesey.
So we are currently racing our way west towards the coast to see if we can get there in time to see the sun as it sets. It's getting quite low. We've got, I don't know, 10 minutes before it sets and just over 10 minutes to drive. So if we're lucky, we set here at a solid 70 miles an hour. And as you can probably tell from the camera, because I see it vibrating, I've got a lot of wheel shake at 70 miles an hour. It's it's not comfortable, but we're going to see if we can get there and see the sun as it sets.
God, it actually kind of moves. Final stretch. We can make it. Oh God, that looks good. It's alright, Morgan, we can still make it. We can see it, they can't.
What a stunning little bit of road. This place is just amazing. And we are fighting our way against the last of the dying light to get to this lighthouse. That is magnificent, boys. Absolutely magnificent. Let's get ourselves parked up. Let's make the most of this. This is special. Wow, look at that view. Go on. It's a sunset to see.
It's good.
Is it? Let's see it. Come on, let's go. Did we actually make it?
We made it. I can't believe it. We did.
And all without breaking the speed limit. Wow.
So we saw sunrise in East Anglia.
Yep.
And now sunset over
here.
Wales.
That's not bad.
That is a view.
Gentlemen, we have travelled across the width of our great country to see this site. Right, let's go home.
No. What we need to do now is drive back to East Anglia and see if we can beat it around the other side of the world.
Yes, we can do that.
Watch out behind yourself, by the way.
thought you just meant just in general because there's just, you know, a sheer drop.
So,
Watch out for my camera.
so what do we reckon on our vehicles so far, lads? Which one's the best?
Here.
No.
I'm pretty sure mine's best.
No.
Mine's best.
Or did not the van make it here?
Well, all of ours made it here.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
but
did
the
have
van
to
made
Or
it.
it's not the
It
best.
only just made it up some of those hills. If
the
you were
cup-
behind a lorry, you wouldn't have gone up some of those hills.
You needed
It
the
was
moment.
behind Lawrie. I'm going. See ya. I've made my jokes.
Oh wow.
That is.
That's possibly one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
I just need to put a better seat in mine, and it's perfect.
I love how blue the ocean is as well.
Yeah, compared to.
It's only Clacton where it's brown.
And Mersey.
There's that sort of coast. That coastline is really bad.
I can't believe how close we cut that.
But we have to.
What's that? 10 minutes? If that.
If that. What a sight. Oh, lads. You know what? There's not even a better group of people I can think I would have preferred to enjoy this with.
No.
Unless you're all like female.
I'll give you your tenner in the car, Lawrie.
Thanks, mate. But first thing in the morning, we were out and about again to visit an important historical site. And quite a big hill. Do we really need hard hats for this?
Yes.
What's the colour coding?
I don't know. I think that's yours. Do you know what that would be?
I'm ready. Have you got any idea what you look like when the sun is in the world?
It's colour matched. I picked this specific hat for a reason.
Give us a song. Definitely an accurate description of me removing the dash from Matt Salika maybe 4 days ago.
No, it's not swearing.
That guy looks relatively happy
He
with
looks
his
quite
work.
chill, doesn't he?
He's like, this is cool, I'm not going to die. Whereas,
He's quite enjoying it. He's quite enjoying life in the mine.
so we are doing a bit of history and a bit of culture. We're at the site of the
Bronze mines.
which is one of the first recorded mines in England.
Yeah.
Well, not England. We're not in England. In Wales, in the civilised world, in the UK. Oh, cool! Look at the stuff. The swords.
Sharp objects and stuff.
We shouldn't be allowed any of this stuff.
Where's the engines?
Oh,
There are 9 levels.
we're only going to go to level 2. Let's go down to level 9
But I
today.
want to meet Captain Caveman.
Oh, it is Captain Caveman.
But all the really bad monsters are down on level 9.
Yeah,
And-
look, people died there.
But yeah, and green stuff.
But the treasure,
there's
the treasure is down there.
Yeah, we've got to go.
Therefore,
Is that where the zombies spawn?
Yeah.
yes, but that's where the treasure is. That's where we've got to get to.
Come on, guys, we can do our own version of the Goonies.
And that's the next video. LMM does Goonies. Oh, I want one of them.
They're cool.
I really want one of those. At some point, guys, just like, subscribe, fund us on anything we need funding.
We're bad at
Get me to
What's
buy
you
one
gonna
of those.
do with that?
Drive it everywhere.
Well, you can
the
literally
shops?
drive it everywhere.
You literally put a loaf of bread in the back.
Can you imagine taking it to the shops and just like?
They could have made it a bit wide.
Are you getting stuck back there, Dan?
I'm stuck and I've only just
You
got in.
can see all the veins of ore still in the rock.
Oh yeah, a little bit green. Even I can see the green bits.
They missed a bit.
Yeah, they
It's
did.
quite a lot.
This is a shoddy job.
The reason they ended up digging the tunnels like this, by the way, is they literally just followed the vein of ore.
Yeah, because that's softer.
This is why it's dug in these like super narrow ways. This just was where the ore was.
Yeah, and they could excavate the soft stuff.
Down here, by the way, so you already get dripped on. Not only was it dark in here, it would also been smelly, considering that the candles were made from animal fat. So no Yankee candles down here, no pumpkin spice, Christmas spice, vanilla or fresh
I want
laundry.
cotton fresh. I want cotton fresh.
That is actually genuinely impressive.
And it goes right down as well.
Now this is at risk of. Wow. I'd like to make an announcement. I just farted.
That was you, Trev.
No, I have now.
Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
Can you imagine the fact that
They did this by hand.
This must have taken,
stones and bones.
this must have taken like 100 years to dig out.
Quite
More than that, I reckon.
quite a way.
The amount of historical education we got being at the Great LMMons was rather dampened by us being, well, idiots. But nevertheless, we really enjoyed our visit to this most ancient of sites, and we can thoroughly recommend visiting. Wait, wow, look at that.
Oh yeah, O's farted.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Was that you, Trev?
Oh, he's
Oh god, it is bad. It's going.
Hurry up!
move.
Ow.
I saw that.
Yes.
After 10,000 years, I'm free. Time to conquer Earth.
Hello.
And while we're here, we came up with a really good idea to test our cars' survivability and how well they've been maintained and how well they still perform. Because it's a rather steep hill climbing up the Great Orm, just a little bit. So we thought, why not see how well these cars from various different ages and various levels of maintenance will actually come up the hill. So an impromptu hill climb was started, with points being deducted for wheel slip, rollback, a hot smelling clutch, and anything else? I think that's it.
Not making it up the hill.
Failure to proceed. Yeah, and especially big negative points if the handbrake doesn't hold the car. So, you're up first.
Alright, easy. Here we go. Hill start challenge. Piece of cake.
Next up was the McGann.
Come on! Come on!
We all shivered as the van's handbrake creaked under the strain.
So I am generally scared. My handbrake isn't holding the van, so I'm gonna go for it. Oh my god! I'm foot to floor! Yes! I've made it! Away. I made it. Oh, thank God for that. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God.
Then I took to the line in the absolutely perfect NX 100.
I have absolutely no fear in this. Ready, Matt? Right, well, handbrake's held, so. Oh, bit of rollback. Oh. Bit of slip, bit of slip. Oh, that smells very hot. Oh, it smells very hot. Oh. That was hot. Right, your car.
Finally, the Celica should have had absolutely no trouble. The hill climb turned out to be a rather undramatic affair, with all the cars successfully climbing up. All of us, except Morgan's, lost point for our freshly baked clutches, and I lost a few more for a little bit of rollback and slip. Matt managed to claw back lost points by ascending the hill at blistering pace, and to celebrate this, suggested that we go climb another hill, or did he say a mountain?
Lawrie, you're going to regret your training decision, by the way. Come on. Come on, Lawrie. Oh, the skills! It's like a mountain goat.
Bloody Super Mario over here.
Just
Come on, Nathan Drake, you can do it!
you got it?
I've scaled a mighty cliff face.
There was a path there.
Is that how you did it?
Yeah, but it's muddy, so you didn't want to get in your trainers wet.
There's a path over there behind you as well, actually.
Are you a bit hot, Lawrie? A little sweaty on the back there.
Got the backpack.
I think I'm doing right. Trev, you look.
I shall name this peak Mount LMM.
I think it's already got a name, Lawrie.
Following our highly successful and highly eventful hill climbing challenge, of which nothing that eventful really happened, we decided it was time to do a hill climb challenge of our own and climb a mountain, because that's what you do in Wales.
So, Trev, which is what we're on at the moment, I've climbed a couple of times before.
And so he is our guide.
A very bad guide, as I haven't done it for about 8 years. But, you know, we'll get up to the top.
But while you're here behind us, you can see the view that we're looking at, and it is just stunning. We have been blessed with a glorious day in Wales. It's clear blue skies. We're doing it in t-shirts and some for shorts or turned up trousers.
Yeah, just don't pay attention to the view down here, because I had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction.
Matt has had a bad day, and is
It was probably about 100 steps into the climb, and it
wasn't even 100 steps in. So Matt has got cooling down below, because it's very important to keep the lower area cool on a day like this.
nice and ventilated, yeah.
So we are about not even halfway up this mountain.
I've done about 300 metres. Let's get on with it. Come on, guys.
So yeah, Morgan is a lot fitter than the rest of us, and you might notice that there is one of our party missing.
Totman said no.
Yeah, he looked at it and just went.
He didn't fancy it.
Just
He really didn't, did he?
just to kind of give you an idea, guys, of just what we're looking at right now. There's you.
Yep. And we're going up there.
Up there. But first we need to get up there.
I'm going to climb up the rocks there. I'm going to die.
Do it. Have fun with
Keep calm, Tomb Raider.
You're right there.
I'm fine. I'm doing fine.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping that I don't have to call out an emergency helicopter for you.
Trev's leading the pack actually. Trev is he's like a mountain goat.
I'm going to try and tie my trousers together and hopefully they won't.
Everybody keeps looking at his crotch
It's bad.
to see how bad it is.
It's getting worse as well.
It's slowly.
How bad is it, Matt? Bad!
What we're hoping is that a copper pulls him up on the way home. So he gets out of the van and out the car and it's just like, hello, officer.
The best part is I don't even need a fly anymore. It's just becoming a new fly for me. But I'm not turning around. I'm doing this!
Oh god. You're gonna be okay.
Yes. Do you want to get some shots of what it looks like down there?
I wonder if there's a Macca's up here.
Yeah, probably is. Some
There's a
enterprising being will have put McDonald's
Probably
up
a
here.
Subway and a Starbucks.
Ah, that's what it'll be. That's what's popular these days.
Morgan he's just power.
He is.
Everything he does.
The 106, his climbing ability.
It's just power.
Is this the equivalent of the McGann climbing this hill?
Right the micro.
As we climbed the ridge, we witnessed an amazing sight. A small group of tiny horses galloping around up here on Tryfan. None of us could have imagined a hazard like this on the mountain. So we called back down to Matt and Trev to get out of the path of the herd, and then we just enjoyed this wonderful moment.
So we have climbed as high as we're going to climb today because the sun is starting to set
We're not being stupid here. We do a lot of stupid stuff at LMM, but we do try to be safe. And going to the top of a mountain with fading light, with no experience whatsoever and no equipment, would be stupid. So what we've done is we've got up to this plateau and this absolutely stunning lake.
This is quite high above sea level at the moment.
We are quite high up. In fact, we are very high up.
As you can probably hear from the little bits of wind noise.
It's very windy. But we've come up here to have a look at this. This is what we want to do. We want to see this lake in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful light. It is a stunning hot day in Wales. And today, we have been under hills and up mountains. That's a good day. We've enjoyed it. Do we have to climb back down?
Yeah, we have to go back to the sea behind you.
Oh. We didn't think this through, really, did we? This is a...
We were supposed to be here like an hour before we actually were.
Wouldn't make much difference. We wouldn't have got to the top.
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, 2 of our party are abandoned down there. They didn't even get this far. One of them's still in the car park.
Yeah, they're down by the lakeshore somewhere. Should we go and find them?
Oh, look, oh, he's sunning himself. Look, you can see them sunning themselves on the beach, on the rock.
Matt and I clambered down to the outcrop with the others down by the lake, and we enjoyed a brief rest before descending down by a bubbling stream that rapidly turned into a stunning waterfall.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was waiting for him to just slip and go in then. It's not very safe, is it, Trev?
I give this a 1 out of 5.
I don't think they've got a TripAdvisor.
I don't want us to end up going doing that.
Lawrie, you seem really wet.
Strange though, isn't it? Matt decided to have a wash of the face and it became a bit of a 2-person wash. Look at that man there, have you ever seen a man?
He's very angry with us.
Annoyed.
We've left him down here for about 10, 15...
Oh!
You alright?
Yep. Oh, my arse.
Thanks for having a bum.
Oh, my arse.
Avoid that.
Here come the rest of our intrepid explorers.
I'm aware I look a little bit comical coming down like this. There's a lot of flexibility though now, they're not ripping anymore. I probably shouldn't put that on YouTube, we might get demonetised.
This is fun.
You enjoying yourself? All the mud? Oh no! Oh dear! Oh! Oh, did your foot just go? Yeah. Hold on, Trev.
Why are you guys come this way?
Trev, where are your glasses?
Airbnb now.
Where are your glasses, Trev?
In my bag.
Okay. Huh? He put his foot in it and it just went through it.
That everyone else walked across it because you're all on this damn side. How did you all end up here? I assume it's the same with that. How did you get there? Would you like to know something, Lawrie? My feet aren't wet. Because I'm wearing proper shoes.
This camera's going to be on you for the rest of the trip, Trev. Because it's going to happen again.
You okay? Apart from being wet, you're right.
This is Dan's reaction to Matt. 10 steps before that happened. It was 10 steps. And
We literally just got to the top of that ridge.
Keep looking this way at Matt, because one of us hasn't done very well. We sent to you, Trevor.
Turn around. Trev, what happens?
Coming up next week in the next instalment of Lemons, we buy some tats.
That's the poster for his car.
Explore some more of the amazing scenery in Wales. Chat by a fire.
Trev, there's a lot of fire for you to be using your phone right now. Trev, there's quite a lot of fire.
And settle down in our self-proclaimed 5-star accommodation.
Who needs travel lodges and Premier Inns when you could just sleep in the back of an old 90s Nissan? Good night, mate. He does realise that you can't open a European car from the inside, right?
If you've enjoyed this video, guys, please give us a like, leave us a comment, tell us what you've enjoyed, and share this video with your friends. Help the magic of Lemons grow. And have a look at the special effect website, and if you feel like it, look at our Just Giving page and help support this wonderful charity. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.